Welcome back to another Warframe video, and today I want to show you guys my Baruch build. Now, Baruch is an insane red crit hitting Warframe with his 4th ability, Serene Storm. Serene Storm is a really amazing weapon, and I'm sorry, really amazing ability, which basically has a weapon, and he's just like another red critting Korra. Now, like I said in the core build that I made, Exorus was a buff for literally Warframes that have weapons that you can obviously use, and this applies to Baruch as well. Baruch was one of those people that could do that buff with Exorus, infinite combo duration red crit weapon, and that's what made those two Warframes stand out the most, of doing really amazing red crit damage. So here's the thing about Baruch, alright? There is weapons you can use to actually get red crits in there, but there is a bug going around. So the bug is that every time you hit a enemy, the red crits stop, alright? It stops affecting enemies with red crits, alright? And I kind of figured out what it does. Now, people think that this thing stops the red crits, but it's not actually the case. It actually puts a time limit on the red crits, and I figured it out. I really actually figured it out, and it puts a time limit on it. So when you're using a weapon, like any weapon, and you really just build up your combo counter and everything, and you're seeing red crits, and then all of a sudden it stops when you hit the enemy, and you figure out that it's just not gonna come back. It does, but like I said, it's a time limit. So I don't know the time limit, but it does eventually come back, and I do have proof, which is in this video. So hopefully when I get a clip of it, I'll show you guys. But there's literally like lots of times actually in here in this clip where it stops the red crits and it comes back, and it stops and it comes back. So it does that, alright? Now, I do have a way to fix this, but here's the reason why I was using this build instead of having the one I'm going to show you guys later. And this is the reason why, is because I wanted a weapon where I can get the red crits from and have my Desert Wind do most of the damage. So that's where I was thinking, where I can have one weapon red crits and then one my Desert Wind does most of the damage, instead of not having just my Desert Wind doing, just red crits and the damage, You're like, doesn't that sound like a good idea, to have one weapon do that and then your other weapon do that? Like, I feel like that was such a good idea, but now it's ruined because of this bug. So I know, hopefully this gets fixed, but if it does get fixed, then that means DE might take this away. So I probably wouldn't say no, don't get it fixed. So the next thing I'm going to show you, and this is the final thing I'm going to show you about how you can actually continue red critting with Baruch, okay? And you guys are probably going to be like, yeah, like, why don't you just do this from the beginning? Because it obviously seems much smarter than doing this. And I basically explained why I didn't do this. So I know some of you guys are going to be like, yo, why didn't you just use this mod right here in the first place? Well, I already explained it, and that is my reason. But obviously this works, and only that why I didn't use this is because I didn't use it is because, like, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's really just like blocking enemies and doing all that and blocking all this and blocking all that. I feel like it takes too long to actually build up the red crits, and then it just takes too long to do all that, you know what I'm saying? But it obviously does work. Alright, it obviously does, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that it does not work. It does work. Alright, obviously you can't keep this up for long. You're going to have to keep blocking and building up the red crits and blocking again, and then, yeah, like, that's just the way you're going to have to do it. Obviously you can hit enemies, but, like, that's going to even take longer because this build is pretty freaking strong, so it's going to kill enemies while you're in the process of doing that. So, that is really just what I figured out. That's the conclusion I can really come down to. is doing that instead of trying to keep resetting my combo for my weapon and then trying to get the red crits in. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So that is the new way. Here's my Baruch build: Growing Power, Rush, Ungrown Intensify, Adaptation, Reactive Storm, Prime Flow, Cunning Drift, Augur Secrets, Eternal War, and Transit Fortitude. For Arcanes, I'm using Arcane Energize to pick up energy, and it literally gives you 250 energy faster. And Arcane Fury for more melee damage. It basically gives you 180% melee damage when you hit an enemy. So that's honestly very useful. If you do want to switch out Arcane Fury for Arcane Avenger, Arcane Avenger does 45% critical chance, alright, more critical chance. So when you take damage, it gives you 45% critical chance, and that's honestly really important, but I feel like it's not needed in this Baruch build, but it's always up to you guys, and that's why I'm like referring this to you. So if you want more crit chance, then that is a arcane you can use. Here's my Desert Wind build before. Here's my Desert Wind build after replacing Volcanic Edge with Guardian Derision. So I changed my whole build, even though I only changed one mod in the build. This is going to be very important to you. I'm recommending you use Narmon, because in Narmon it has the ability called Power Spike. And this is basically a passive, not really ability, but this is a melee combo counter. Alright, it keeps up your melee combo instead of decaying once you actually reach the limit of your melee combo. Alright, so this will literally go down with your combo slowly instead of actually depleting your whole combo. So this is very important. And with Guardian, you're going to be blocking, increasing your counter, and then start hitting, and then it does not deplete your whole combo. So this is very important. Last thing I want to show you in this build, and I always keep forgetting to actually show you this. I literally always forget to show you this, but it has something to do with Helios Prime. Now, Helios Prime has a sentinel weapon called the Deconstructor Prime. On this Deconstructor Prime, you can put melee mods. On this build that I have for Deconstructor Prime, I have the 3 most amazing Gladiator mods. These Gladiator mods will help you keep up those red crits and those crits coming, alright? It's basically just supposed to help you keep up them crits, and that's the only thing I'm using it for. That's literally the best thing I can do to actually keep up these crits going. So use those 3 Gladiator mods on Deconstructor Prime, because it's literally the greatest mods for you to use for Deconstructor Prime. Well, that is all for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please let me know in the comments below, what do you think about my Baruch build? Is it really good to you? Please give it a try and let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and hopefully I could have make it better for you guys to actually experience the red crits with Baruch Prime. I'm sorry, I said Baruch Prime. With Baruch, and I know Exorus has been nerfed and you can't experience none of those red crits anymore, and I could not have experienced it with it, nor with Korra. So I'm pretty disappointed that I didn't get the chance to actually experience those infinite red crits with these special warframes, and all of them in general, honestly. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below. But that's all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.